Network, TSPN, and now back to Amador This Week.
Welcome to the television coverage of the 4th Annual Bowl-a-thon. It is put on by the Jackson Rotary. What a wonderful event. This is Keith Sweet. He is the major coordinator. A lot of work goes into this, but one of the major fundraisers in Amador County. Let's talk about that.
Okay, Sue. This is our 4th annual fundraiser. 4 years ago, we started the idea by Pat Crosby and Randy Aspinall, names I know you're familiar with. And so far, we've raised about $40,000, all of which goes back to community activities, primarily youth sports. Or youth activities, not necessarily sports.
Definitely lots of youth activities. You know, I didn't realize, this is my first year I've actually attended this, I didn't realize how many adults bowl. Let's talk about how this event all works, and then we'll talk about the major sponsors and how they're involved and how the money is all raised.
Okay, I just dropped something, excuse me. We have a number of adult teams, as you just mentioned.
Wait, I've got to stop. They're bowling and there's no pins out there. What does that mean?
This is a kind of a scratch bowling here. They're just warming up. They each get to throw a couple of times.
Got it.
And there's no, just so they can.
Okay, so they're practicing.
They're just practicing.
Okay.
They're just practicing. We're going to start here in just a few minutes.
All right, this event is all put together, and again, we're going to go into how it's all and how you're raising all the money.
All of the costs for this event are paid for by corporate or individual sponsorships. We have, for example, ATI Auto Parts. We have Amador Motors. We have Prospect Motors. We have individuals, Bert and Betty Young. I mean, I could go on. We have about 50 sponsors. In fact, if you don't mind, I'll just turn around.
As he's kind of looking at his notes and stuff, these are the major sponsors. Beautiful shirt. They're all listed back here. Plus, there's a lot more people that contribute. Okay, and this is a new logo you've got. I love the shirt.
This logo was designed by one of our sponsors, Terry Grillo. But all of the individuals, as I said on the back, or the groups, were paid for all the costs. All the lane costs, the dinner that was provided for everybody, the t-shirts, not a dime is raised by the individual teams for pledges for their organization goes to put this event on. All Rotarians, part of their responsibility, since this is our major fundraiser, is to get sponsorship so we can afford to put this on. Part of those monies also are for the prizes, and I can tell you about the prizes now if you like.
Let's talk about that.
We're going to bowl 3 games, and at the beginning of each game, there's going to be a different colored pin used. So during the first game, it'll be yellow. When the yellow pin drops down in the head position, the #1 position, and that bowler gets a strike, during the first game, $10 is added to that team's amount of money. Second game, $20. Third game, $30. Also, during the course of the evening, we'll have a wheel of fortune, and we will randomly draw different bowlers to come up and spin the wheel. It goes from $5 to $100 places, and they will that money will be added to their pot. In the evening, or at the end of the evening, we're going to take one bowler from the top at random from the top 10 teams, and they'll go into a bowl-off for $150 and $25 and $10 for each bowler. So it's possible for a team to get more money in prize money here than maybe that they raised in pledges.
Oh, that's great.
But we're looking for our average of about $15,000 in pledges that they've collected each year.
Okay, that's wonderful. You are Rotary is a business-based organization. You own the Gatehouse Inn, a B&B, right here in Jackson on Jackson Gate Road, and many of these businesses and people here are part of businesses. Each team is kind of a different business. I noticed that several of the members of this team right here are from Amador Motors. How are the teams set up and coordinated?
Okay, what we do is we advertise in the newspaper and on the radio, and that in the spring that any team any group of individuals who want to raise money for a nonprofit organization contact me, and we'll put together a team. They then go out and raise pledges for their team. Now, for example, I mentioned earlier ATI Auto. Now, they've been with us for 4 years. They've provided a team. They've each year donated their winnings, or not their winnings, but the amount of pledges to a particularly different youth activity. but we've got the Amador County School District administrators. They're here, and they'll be giving their money to, I'm not exactly who this year, but to some youth activity. Amador Motors, Prospect Motors, the same way. Then we have like Club Live, which I know many people have heard about. We have Team Sierra this year, which is a traveling volleyball team. They're one of the teams.
Okay, well, you know, the major bowling's about to begin. A lot of those color pins, if Tom will pan around, those color pins are right there.
They're right at the very first frame in each game will be a colored pin. So if we see a strike out there, we're going to add $10 to that team's earnings.
Okay, you know what? I think we're going to take off. We're going to go check out that Wheel of Fortune. We're going to go over there. We're going to talk to some of these people. Anything else you'd like to add about this event and all the money that's raised here? And what a wonderful event. I haven't seen this kind of turnout at one place. Look at that.
Well, the only thing I'd like to say is that we certainly appreciate everybody that's participating, and any youth activity that is not involved with it now will have an opportunity and can at any time request from Rotary, because we take our money that we take out of this event and we turn around and give it back to youth activities, and we try to do that by April. So any youth group that has not participated, but they can still apply for funding, and we'd be more than happy to entertain their request.
Okay, perfect. We'll talk to you more later. We just noticed that Dave Gabauer got a strike on that first yellow pin. That's
Super.
Wonderful. So let's go talk to some more people and find out what's going on here at Jackson Rotary's 4th annual Bowl-a-thon. Great things happening right here in Amador County. Thank you. Dave Gabauer, a strike, your first thing. You win. There's an extra $10 there.
It's all luck. I haven't bowled in 30 years.
Oh, come on. Are you serious?
No.
Beginner again?
I'll be in the gutters before the night's over.
Okay, isn't this fun? A wonderful way to raise money for local youth and have a good time. The businesses here, I noticed a lot of your sales guys and your people here. Service people, is that what I see here also? Who's here tonight?
Just sales and some friends.
Okay, good. Well, good to see you. Have you been flying lately?
Yeah.
Did you see that evening sky out there? I mean, to be flying in where it's all hot pink and red and
We're heading
blue.
to Montana tomorrow, my buddy Freddie and I.
Oh, wonderful.
Do some elk hunting.
Elk hunting in Montana. Couldn't be better.
Yep.
Thanks, Dave. Good to see you here. Glenda Brizzy, that's Keith Brizzy coming down the lane. He did great. A strike. Good for you. Today he was at the chili cook-off working. He's a volunteer firefighter with the Pine Grove Department. Your first name?
Linda.
Linda. Now, you're here because your daughter is on the
Team Sierra volleyball.
and all these parents on your team are parents that are raising money for your kids.
Right.
Okay, how much do you expect to raise? Any idea?
I have no idea. All we know is we get half the pledges and then whatever else we earn tonight.
A lot of girls involved with that volleyball.
We have about 30 girls on the Team Sierra.
Excellent. So how many parents here tonight are on your team? Is it 4 or 8? Or
There's 5 of us bowling,
I knew
but
that.
there's other parents that are here.
participating. Okay, perfect. Team Sierra is one of the participating people that are going to be able to get some money. Perfect. Good to see parents here participating. Thanks. This is John Swift. He is the general manager of P&M Cedar Mill. And don't you have some relative that's involved with this bowling alley here?
Slightly.
Slightly, okay. Family owned and operated right here?
Yeah, my parents own it. And
Right. Let's talk about what your role is here. You are a team, a lane
yeah,
supervisor?
as a Rotary Club member, I have the difficult job of monitoring these 2 lanes for any colored pins that might come up. And fortunately, I have able-bodied assistant Lori with the Interact Club to also help me with this job. So
I notice there's a lot of young people in this particular bowling team. Are these part of a particular group?
well, lane 2 is Troop 63 Boy Scouts from Sutter Creek, and lane 1 is Court School. I'm not exactly sure what that is, but
Well, I think we'll go on over and talk to some of those kids and find out what's going on. John, good to see you. Say hello to Jerry.
Thanks, Sue.
And it's fun. What a fun event. And you're a member of Rotary, I take it.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
just like your dad.
thank you.
County's local television network, TSPN, and now back to Amador This Week.
Bowling here for dollars is Boy Scout Troop 63.
Yeah,
Okay, from what area?
Sutter Creek.
Sutter Creek. And what is your name?
Rob Anderson.
So what do you think about this bowling for dollars tonight for your team?
It's a lot of fun.
How are you guys doing so far?
We're doing pretty good.
Okay, we're going to swing on over here if I could. And you are who? I've met you before.
Yeah, you have. Richard Sweetman?
That's right. I think it's maybe the last bowling tournament that we were.
Yeah, a lot of things. Farm Day.
All right, so you are one of the Scout members?
Yes, I am.
And it draws from Sutter Creek area.
Mm-hmm.
How long have you been a Scout?
About 4 years now.
Okay, what do you expect to do here tonight? You going to raise lots of money?
My goal is to raise at least $100.
Perfect. And do you have any goals tonight here? What would you like to do?
I like to get a strike.
Good. And your name?
Josh Aspinall.
Okay, right. Your dad's Randy. Perfect. And you are who?
Kevin Holland.
And you're a member of the troop also?
Yeah.
Okay, how's your bowling? Do you bowl often? Do you get out and bowl much? No. And who's this? One more? Are there 5 of you all together?
This is the star of our team.
How's your bowling? Pretty good?
Okay.
You're all decked out. You know what you're doing out here.
I just want to say I'd like to thank our sponsor, Cisco.
Okay. All right, let's talk to this gentleman here. Hello, I'm Sue Slivick. As Cisco, what did you do to help sponsor these young men?
I'm a third year Greg Trippy with Major Cisco out of Modesto. My area is in Sutter Creek and Jackson. And Randy told me I had the Boy Scouts this year. So I got some hats from our food brand manager and passed them out. A couple of these guys cheated over here and gave a couple away, but these kids are having fun, and that's all we're here for.
Okay, I gotta say, this is one bright young man. He didn't fail to mention the sponsor. That's what it's all about.
Thank you, sir.
No problem.
Business is teaching young people. Business is teaching young people how to raise money for their clubs. Wonderful. Thank you. Helen Page is on that wheel of fortune. Keith, let's introduce what's going on here. This gentleman is your co-chair. He is with PG&E. What is going on?
Yeah, this is Bill Wallace. He's the manager of the local PG&E office. We're drawing at random probably 50 or 60 people during the course of the evening to come up and spin the wheel, and each time they spin it, whatever amount of money they end up with gets added to their amount, their pot, which they're going to donate to a particular youth organization.
Perfect. Okay. You're with PG&E. What's your job over there?
I'm the area manager here.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay.
So what do you think about an event like this? Rotary getting together. You're a member of Rotary, I take it?
Yes, I am. Yeah, it's fantastic. The turnout, the interest in it is just amazing.
What does it mean to a business person like yourself to be a part of an organization like Jackson Rotary, hands-on in the community? What does it do for you and your business?
Well, you know, our business is an integral part of the community, and we like to give back to the community and be a responsible business in the community.
Okay,
So.
well, it certainly shows it right here. You're participating in tonight's event. You're co-chair as well as handling this kind of wheel of fortune.
Yes.
We're going to talk to Helen Page. Helen Page, good to see you.
Good to see you again, sir. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Now, you are the president of the Amador County Bar Association.
That's right.
And I understand you have a team. Let's talk about your team. Who's on it? I noticed Steve Salenti. Does he have anything to do with your team?
Yes, he does. He's on our, the district attorney's on our team, the head public defender's on our team, and 2 other private attorneys, including myself. So we have 5 of us bowling for dollars for the children tonight.
Isn't it wonderful?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about adults, youth, people getting together to kind of raise money so that the youth of our community can be busy and have the money that they need for their activities?
Well, I think in our community it's particularly important because we have so few things for our youth to do here. Bowling's just about one of the few things that children can go out, teenagers can go out and do without getting into trouble. So every dollar that we can collect tonight will help in youth activities so that our children will all find something better to do than hang out on street corners and get themselves in trouble.
Okay, right, because when there's trouble, then they got to call on you guys.
We don't need them.
You don't need that kind of business.
That's right. We prefer not to. Thank you.
This is Dave Mason, and he is with Tom Sierra, Mason Oil. What do we call you now? Your business?
We're on our new hat for the last few years now, just a little over a year ago. Tom Sierra bought out my dad, and I continued on working with Tom Sierra. My dad's working actually, he's working for me. So
it's wonderful.
Yeah.
Would you give our regards to your father, Dave? What a wonderful man.
He's roughing it in San Francisco this weekend.
Must be rough. Now, I want to thank you. You're one of the major the television sponsors of the television coverage of this event here tonight. Let's talk about your involvement with Rotary. How long have you been a member?
I've been a member for about 14 years now.
Wow, okay, and you are a lane supervisor. I'm kind of keeping an eye on those pins. Oh, one came down. Now, is that your lane?
No, I got to watch this one. This is ahead.
You've got to take care of things. Good to see you. Dave Mason from Tom Sierra. Thank you. With me is Jim Polis. Jim, good to see you here at Gold Country Lanes. This is, now, aren't you a champion bowler or something throughout the country?
I am a professional bowler. I'm also the manager here at Gold Country Lanes. And we're here having our Rotary Bowl-a-thon. It's our 4th annual. Great turnout again. We have all 24 lanes full going on, and had a wonderful dinner tonight, and had served about 175 meals, and everything worked great.
You know, bowling in Amador County, this is a major thing that many adults and youth do. You know, it's one of the major things that you can do in a safe, wonderful, cooled, air-conditioned place. People have a lot of fun bowling. Fundraisers, a lot of fundraisers take place here, tournaments. People have a good time bowling.
Yes, we have a lot of organized bowling, and we also have bowling for families and anybody that just wants to come in and have a good time. It's a sport for all ages. Everybody enjoys themselves. It's a good exercise. We have a lot of seniors that bowl, a good junior program, so it's a great sport. Like I said, anybody can do it for their entire life.
Okay, we're almost done here. When you set up these tournaments, or you set up bowl-a-thons or that sort of thing, are they kind of, as far as the rules go, are they kind of tailored around that organization and what they need to accomplish in an evening?
Yes, very much so. In the bowl-a-thon, it's tailored to raise money. This is an actual competition as far as who's going to win and who isn't. Everybody's a winner, and it's trying to raise money for different organizations. In a regular tournament, we have maybe prize money or trophies or gifts that are won, and that is done by competition, by who knocks down the most pins, handicap system, that whole thing as far as competition.
You know, in order to raise money for youth activities or other activities, there goes Frank Halverson. He's the MC, keeping things lively around here. You don't have to be a great bowler. You just have to go out there with the spirit of raising money for your organization and have a good time.
Very much so. That's very true.
All right, good to see you, Jim. Again, the manager here at Gold Country Lanes. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
This is the manager of Central Sierra Bank on Sutter Hill. It is Mike Schneider. He is the treasurer, and it's a good reason he's the treasurer, because being a banker, you know a lot about money and financing.
That's right, and that's why I get to collect the money on these bowling teams when they come in, the pledges.
Okay.
Sponsor fees.
You've been a member of the Jackson Rotary for how many years, Mike?
4 years now.
4 years.
Right.
Okay, people are having a good time, kids running around. This is a wonderful activity to raise money for our youth.
It absolutely is.
Okay.
We've put a lot of money in the back in the youth activities in the county, and also not only Amador County, but also some in Calaveras County. We get participants from both counties.
How many banks are in Central Sierra?
We have 7 offices.
7 offices?
Right.
Throughout the Mother Lode area?
Throughout the Mother Lode. We have one in the Amador County, which is Sutter Hill office. We have San Andreas, our main office, Angels Camp, Valley Springs, Jamestown, Tuolumne County. We have one in San Joaquin County, the Lodi office, and also a new one, Copperopolis in Calaveras County.
Okay, Clarence Hartley, is that his name?
Clarence Hartley.
Still big wig there with the bank?
Clarence Hartley, still president of the bank, chairman of the board.
Okay,
yes.
perfect. Good to see you, Mike, contributing to the community, and as a member of Rotary, it's great to see a local bank helping out here and handling all the financing, because you need somebody that knows numbers, right?
Thank you very much.
Definitely. Thanks. The owner of DNR Electric is this gentleman here, and he is also the president of the Jackson Rotary. This is Ralph Moore. Ralph, good to see you.
Oh, nice to see you again, Sue.
Thank you. Now, who's this young lady with us?
This lady is from Liège, Belgium. She is our foreign exchange student that the Upcountry Rotary sponsored, and she's living with me right now. Her name is Estelle Grandjean.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Do things like this go on where you're from? Do they have bowling in where you're from in Belgium?
No.
They don't bowl in Belgium?
No.
Did you try it?
Yeah, they have boarding.
They do? Okay. Are you enjoying yourself?
Yeah.
What school are you going to?
Argonaut High School.
And how old are you?
17.
17. So you're not a senior. You'll be going back to school for another semester?
I am a senior.
You are a senior?
Yeah.
You're going to be graduating from Argonaut High School?
Perhaps.
Okay, perfect. So what are your thoughts about this bowling tournament tonight and all this fun that's going on here?
Well, it looks like we've, met our goals, and now it's just up to the people to make as many pins as they can and raise as much money for their own clubs.
Okay, tell me how the president of the Rotary works. Is it on a rotational basis? Do you get nominated, or how do you become president of the Jackson Rotary?
Well, basically, we take a member that's been there several years and done quite a bit for the club, and then we try to get them to be president. Sometimes
it's a lot of work, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Okay, perfect. Anything else you'd like to add about your group, the Jackson Rotary, and what they're doing here for the community?
Well, if it wasn't for Keith Sweet, this probably wouldn't have happened. He's done a great job for us, and he's the one who deserves the credit on this.
Okay, perfect. Kudos to him and kudos to everybody. Let's talk to some more people. Thank you and welcome to our country. Looking at the back of this t-shirt, it says Community Action, and this lady is involved with the
Amador Tuolumne Community Action Agency.
And your name?
Nicole Lawback.
Let's talk about your group. I understand you raise lots of money. Who is your team, and what is your purpose here in Amador County?
The agency is really multifaceted, but I'm the youth program manager, and that's what we're here for tonight. We're raising money for our youth center that has sports activities down on Ione in the evening, so kids can come in off the street and play basketball. And also our CAPE program, which is child abuse or child assault prevention education, and that we do in the elementary schools. So it's all done on donations, so this is why we're here.
Okay, who is the bowler out there that just bowled?
That is...
I'll find
Carolyn's,
out.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi. What? How are you doing? You're doing some pretty good bowling out there. What is your name?
Nick.
So what do you think, Nick? You live in the Ione area. Where do you live?
I live in Jackson.
In Jackson. You're raising money for the Community Action Agency. Yeah. And this is your... Mom. You look like a very proud mother.
It's just so exciting to be on TV, you know.
What is your name?
Carolyn.
And you're helping out? Are you bowling or just kind of watching the action?
Oh, I'm right in the middle of the action, but I'm not doing anything.
I feel like I'm in the middle of the action. Hi, what is your name?
Nick.
Nick, how old are you?
11.
What do you think, bowling here with all these adults raising big money? This is big money for the community. It's pretty special. You feel pretty good. You got your own t-shirt. It says Community Action on the back. You got your ball. You're having a good time. How's your bowling?
Good.
Pretty good?
Yeah.
Okay. So we've got some more members of the team, and you're bowling with the team also, or are you supervising?
No, I'm just bowling with the team.
And I've seen you around the town a lot. What's your name?
I'm Candy Marhefka. I'm the receptionist at Community Action Agency.
Perfect. And who are you?
I'm Simon Marhefka.
Oh, that's right. What's your mom's name? This is your mom. No, there's other Marhefkas in the camp.
Yeah, there are.
But I've seen you. Did you ever, maybe it was another Marhefka that was involved with wrestling?
I was in wrestling too.
Okay, that's right. And I talked to you, and we're going to go back here and say goodbye to Community Action Agency. How much money do you expect to raise, and have you done this in the past?
No, we haven't done it in the past, but I'm hoping that we can do it again next year, because I've learned a lot this time about how to organize it. And at this point, since we get to take home about half, we'll be taking home $75 to maybe $100.
Perfect.
So it's a learning experience, and it was great.
All right, good. Community Action Agency.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.
You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN, and now back to Amador This Week.
All right, Frank Halverson's very busy. We're going to let him go, but you are a busy man tonight. You're on the mic, getting all the fun. Frank, you're a member of Rotary?
Yes, I am.
So what is it? You get hired, besides doing the sports show when we need you, he traveled all the way to Dixon to be our sportscaster. Thank you for that. You did a good job.
Oh, it was fun. I enjoyed going down there. We had a good time. Something that I've never done before, but it was fun.
You did baseball too for us, or softball?
Softball, yeah, the all-star game.
All right, and thank you for being the major sponsor again. You are on the mic. We'll let you go because all the activities going on, so you're keeping the place lively.
We're trying to keep it going. Hope everybody has a lot of fun tonight, and we're raising a lot of money for the youth of our county.
Perfect.
And that's the important thing.
Thanks, Frank. The Halverson family, Prospect Motors, Amador Motors, and Amador Toyota right here in Amador County. Steve Salenti, good to see you. Helen Page is out there. She's ready to bowl. Tom's going to step aside. Let's see the action. What do you think about this? Bowling with lawyers.
Oh, you know, lawyers. No, it's a lot of fun. It really is a lot of fun.
And you're raising money for the youth. Why don't you introduce who these people are as we pan around from this one over to there?
First we have Sherry Darcy, Grant Barrett, Todd Reeby. Wave, Todd.
Wave.
Todd Reeby, Public Defender. Helen Page, the bar president.
We talked to Helen a few minutes ago. Okay, Steve, nice to see you this morning. You were a judge at the chili cook-off. You know, being it's not really in politics, but being in a political position like yourself, you have to be involved with a lot of different things, don't you?
there's an awful lot of things going on, and this weekend, like many others, is tied up doing these things, but they're really for the public good. I enjoy them. Sometimes it's the only public contact I get, so it's great.
And the last time I saw you before today, we were serving at the Operation Care fundraiser, so you are one busy guy. Really, you kind of have your finger on the pulse of the community, and you're very involved. Nice to see that.
Thank you very much, and I'm happy that I'm being part of Jackson Rotary to help sponsor this event. Thank you.
Thank you. Good job, Helen! Woo! This is Sue Duncan. She is a very involved woman in the community. She is the treasurer of the Argonaut Lions. If I'm shouting, forgive me, but I can hardly hear myself. Sue can hardly hear me. Sue Duncan, let's talk about the Argonaut Lions. They're here. Have a team, your husband's bowling. Let's introduce the team.
All right, well, first we have Barry Duncan, he just left, Pat Talon, Richard Onetto, Tom Wing, and Grant Talon. I'm the team coordinator.
All right, you are all members of the Argonaut Lions.
We are all members of the Argonaut Breakfast Lions.
You know what I like is that other clubs come and participate at this bowl-a-thon that's a Rotarian event. I think that's really nice.
Yeah, well, it's nice. In this town, it's really nice because all of the different clubs support each other. So instead of us, you know, trying to do something for our team, we're doing something for all the teams, and we really enjoy it a lot.
Okay, Tom's back over here now. He's really getting some great shots. Let's talk about the Argonaut Lions. It's a little quiet now. Where do you meet? When do you meet? Tell me about your club.
We meet on Tuesday mornings at 7 o'clock at Perco's. We're always looking for new members, so if anyone wants to join, give me a call. That's it. We do a lot of things around the community. We're real active with Friday Night Live. Mike Hamilton is one of our members, and he does an awful lot with Friday Night Live.
Excellent. You are also with Hospice. Want to commend you for that. You're doing a wonderful job. Hospice is a wonderful organization. You work there.
Yes, it is. Yes, I do. Hospice of Amador. I've been there for a year now, and we've gone through a lot of changes in that year, and it's a great organization. There's nothing else I can say. You know.
Okay, perfect. This is Sue Duncan again with the Argonaut Lions and contributing to the community time and time again. Barry Duncan, yes. You're quite an entertainer. Good to see you here.
Thank you.
Let's talk about you. What do? You play the saxophone.
Play the saxophone. We have actually a new endeavor we're working on, which is called the Amador Jazz Squad. And we work as a duo, a trio, quartet, quintet, whatever the situation calls for.
And you're for hire?
Oh, yes.
Okay, let's give a phone number. Give this guy a plug for his band. You're hire for weddings, bar mitzvahs, whatever anybody needs right here in Amador County.
That's correct, and you can call me at my printing company, Motherlode Printing, at 223-2240.
Again, another businessman involved in the community and contributing, giving back by bowling and having a good time raising money for the youth. Thank you, Barry.
Thank you, Sue.
There's some young people that are involved here. Hi, you are bowl-a-thon. You're helping out here.
Yeah, from Interact.
Interact Club. What grade are you in? What school do you go to?
I'm a freshman and go to Amador.
Interact Club, it's at Amador.
Yeah.
What did you say, the only school that has Interact?
Well, no, Amador's just the best school. Oh. That's all I wanted to say.
I asked you your name already, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess so. Not
David.
David.
What?
David Esty.
And who are you?
Laura Davis.
Tell me what the Interact Club is all about and what it means to you to be a member.
It's helping out individuals who need it, and it means a lot.
What grade are you in?
I'm a freshman at Amador.
Freshman?
Yeah.
You guys are young. You're, what, 9th graders, involved already. Do you have any aspirations to be president of the class?
No.
You know it. So could you. You know that.
Yeah.
Interact Club teaches youth leadership. You're learning right here, hands-on in the community, how a community is organized, how they raise money, and how the business community contributes to all kinds of activities. And this is kind of a real good education for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
You'll make excellent business people when you grow up, and I'm sure you'll contribute back to your community when you're adults. Nice to talk to you.
Nice to talk to you. You too.
Let's meet the rooting fans for Georgia Pacific. Hi, what's your name and who are you rooting for? What gentleman, or are you for the whole team?
I'm Paulette Moore and my husband's Charlie Moore.
You're a very pretty lady, and what a pretty cheerleader to have on the sideline. You're having a good time here. Isn't this wonderful?
It's great for the kids, yeah. My grandson's coming up in the county playing in soccer already, so we're here supporting that.
That is perfect. That's what it's all about, parents and grandparents and everybody supporting the community. Good to see you here. We're going to meet these ladies. Hello, what is your name?
Tammy Cal.
Now, do you guys have a cheer like all set up? Or you like got your pom-poms and everything? Or?
They're hiding under the table.
They're hiding under the table. And you are who?
Pam Strange.
Okay, this is a beautiful group of ladies there. Again, the cheering squad here for Georgia Pacific. How are they doing score-wise?
They're doing great.
Are you ladies being a distraction by chance? Are you distracting them?
No, actually, I think they're doing a pretty good job there.
Okay, we're going to talk to the people over there and find out more about what Georgia Pacific is doing right here at the Bowl-a-thon. This is Len Stickler. This is Jan Stickler. Jan Stickler owns and operates the Squirrel's Nest. How are you doing? Are you bowling, or are you just kind of rooting him on?
Well, I'm doing a little bit of bowling, but just kind of more rooting.
Okay, it's good to see you. Say hello to your beautiful daughter. Joy is just exquisite. We saw her the other day at the Harvest and Brewfest. What a wonderful event, that Brewfest in Sutter Creek.
It was great. It was fun.
Phenomenal again. Now we're going to talk to Len, if Tom will swing around. You and Randy Aspinall very involved with, if you can turn around, let's show your shirt.
Amador Campership Council.
Let's talk about that council, what it's all about, and what it's going to do here for the community as far as the youth go.
Well, what it does for the youth is that we aid kids going to camp, all sorts of different camps, whether it's a science camp, if they can't afford to go, they turn in an application to the Campership Council, and then we help them with their funding to get to camp.
Okay, that's wonderful. Randy Aspinall with Sutter Creek, what is he with? The coffee?
Backroads.
Backroads. Right. He is very involved with that campership program also.
Yes, he is, right.
Okay, we're going to talk to him. Len, don't you find that it's adults like you that really have to help in the community to keep the youth occupied and to really make some of the things that they need happen?
Yes, that's true, yeah.
Okay, Len, good to talk to you. Good to see you, Jen. Again, say hello to your daughter for us. Thanks. With me is Dan Young, continuously investing in the youth of the community. I can say that. How are you doing?
Fun. Having fun. I played golf this morning. I'm bowling tonight. And I'm going to sleep well.
You are. You've been a member of Rotary for how many years? Then?
No, not Rotary. Lions.
That's right. You're a Jackson Lion. What am I saying? I'm getting all you guys all mixed up. Jackson
I'm bowling
Lion.
for Georgia Pacific Particle Board.
Okay.
Just because I was asked.
Okay. And we're going to speak to somebody involved with Georgia Pacific Particle Board. Are you one of the guys involved with Georgia Pacific Particle Board?
Yes, I am.
What is your name?
Brian Carlson.
Brian Carlson. Now, what's your job over there at Georgia Pacific?
Electrician.
Okay. Now, who's bowling for you? Why don't you introduce your team? You know who they are?
Not all of them, no.
We don't care about that. Who are you bowling for?
Well, I'm a lane sponsor.
Oh, we're going to talk to this guy. We're just going to meet everybody as it goes along. Georgia Pacific, very involved here too. Particle board company, you know.
Hi, how have you been?
Fine. This guy is with Aces. Amador, no, it's
the garbage company.
You know, every time I'm with Paul Molinelli, I try to introduce him and say his business kind of in the right way, and he says, the garbage company.
That's right.
That's what it is. It's
we like garbage, yes.
Business is picking up.
Business is always picking up.
That's right. I do love my bin, you know, that 90-gallon thing. So, you're having a good time here?
Yes, very much so.
This is one of the co-owners of Aces up in the upcountry. You are bowling, you're a lane?
I'm a lane supervisor, actually.
You're a member of Rotary.
Right, correct.
You're doing. There's a pin, you gotta take care of his job.
If he gets his strike, it's $10 for the charity of their choice.
But nobody's bowling in this lane.
They will. They should be. I think they're finding out whether this is supposed to be a yellow pin or a red pin.
Okay, so we're keeping abreast of what's going on here, keeping things straight. And again, hey, you're quite a musician. Let's talk about it. You just got to cut a new CD or something?
Yes.
Or tell me about your band.
Actually, it came out in January of last year.
And you play the drum?
Yes.
Awesome. What kind of music do you play?
It's pretty much, this one's pretty much, it's a rock and roll CD.
Okay.
I also play swing and jazz and other types of things. But
all right, perfect. We're going to talk to him because maybe we can create some kind of music video with one of his CDs. We're going to find out about that. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Thank you.
This young person is hanging out here. He's with Court School. Now, some of your buddies over there are bowling and raising some money?
Yep.
Okay, tell me, what is Court School? I kind of know. I think Rick Carter was involved with that. What is Court School?
For the bad kids.
Okay, so...
Well, not really bad kids. The kids that...
Need a little more help, maybe?
Yeah, kind of. Well, not mentally, but, like...
Just kind of get back in line and stuff? Okay, good. So you're hanging out here having a good time, supporting your friends. Good. raising money for court school and that sort of thing. How are you in bowling? You a pretty good bowler?
I haven't tried.
You haven't tried? This guy, this is a friend of yours. He keeps bopping you on the head. And you, this is Lucas. Yep. Tracy, you're doing a fabulous job. And you're bowling, you're kind of with Dad hanging out, aren't you? And your little brother Marcus is over there?
Yeah.
So you're a soccer player?
Uh-huh.
Tell me about your soccer team. How are you doing this year?
Well, we've only lost 3 times. And that it's better than, well, it's better than losing like 5-1 or something like that.
So does your mom coach you a lot?
What?
Who coaches you?
Their first name's Terry, but I forget her last name. And
you're having fun, huh? You love sports, don't you?
Yeah.
Your mother loves sports. You know, your mother's been our sportscaster before. You know, she's kind of worked with us on the shows. You know that?
No, I don't.
So what do you think? How's your little brother doing, little Marcus? You doing okay?
Yeah.
All right. So what do you think about this bowling and Dad getting involved here and bowling and being a part of what's going on? You think this is kind of fun?
It's pretty neat.
All right. Okay, well, good to see you. Okay. You take care of that light. It's pretty bright, isn't it? All right, good to see you, Lucas. Thanks.
You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN, and now back to Amador This Week.
Is with Team Wired. He is a business owner here in the community, Sutter Creek Coffee Roasting Company. Nice to meet you.
Thank you very much.
Now, you guys are supposed to be wearing these awesome glasses. May I take them?
Certainly.
And try them on? Now, Team Wired obviously loves espresso, loves coffee, and I'll just interview with these glasses on, if you can see these. So, you're newly involved with the Bowl-a-thon.
Yes, it's our first year.
And tell me about your team, if Tom will pan around. There's your lovely wife over there.
My wife.
And some of your members of the team.
We have Juniper over there, we have Brian, we have Aaron, and we have Elena, and then we have a couple other more
okay, now that's Aaron, who I interviewed at the Brew Fest. He did a very good job. That is an excellent employee. Of course, you know that, don't you?
We know that, yes.
Real quick, I want to talk about it. I understand you took about 2 years and you sailed across the world, or you went. Tell me about that trip real fast.
Okay, we built a boat in San Francisco, took off, went through the canal, went through the Caribbean, and came back home. It took us 2 years.
2 years. What a wonderful experience for you and your wife. You have a business here. You're also involved in the Bay Area. You're an engineer or something?
Yeah, in a geotechnical firm.
Okay,
yes.
perfect. Well, nice to see Sutter Creek Coffee Roasting Company involved with the Bowl-a-thon. You got a great crew, and they are certainly wired for fun.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
This is nice. This is Brian Gustafson.
Gustafson, that's it.
He is with the Sutter Creek Police Department.
Correct.
This kid went to school with my son.
I did, Zach.
It's wonderful. Now you're back here in the community. You're working. So what's going on in your life? This is pretty neat that you're going to be able to live and work right here in Amador County.
I am. My family's been here for about 40 years. We really love the area. I work here for the brewing company, making best coffee in town, just for a little stress relief. It's a lot of fun.
Okay, coffee's a big part of life and staying wired. And who's this young lady with you?
That's right. This is Juniper Forrest. She opens in the morning.
Oh, that's right. Juniper Forrest. That's right. Well, wonderful young people. They're certainly wired for a good time here and raising money for no, she said play it again, Amador.
There we go.
Yes, yes, drama.
Yes.
Perfect.
All right.
This gentleman is bowling for the Masons de Molay, and this gentleman is sitting here with me. What is your name, sir?
Bert Young.
Bert Young.
And that was Hap Evans.
Hap Evans. Tell me what the Masons de Molay is.
Well, the Masonic Order is a fraternal order. It's an organization that's open to any men who want to join. They have to do it of their own free will and accord. No one asks you to join. You have to come forth on your own. The de Malays is a group that boys that have close relatives in the Masons in order to qualify. And the Joves and Rainbows have similar qualifications required. They're also a Masonic supported organization.
All right, Keith was saying that the Masons de Molay last year raised more money than anybody.
Yes, we were lucky. We were fortunate.
I think it's hard work. I don't know if it's luck. It's hard work.
You have to hit the right people in the right place at the right time.
Right, well, you certainly did a good job. It's nice to see you involved here with the bowl-a-thon. It's a lot of fun putting money back into the community for the youth.
That's great. Thank you very much.
Perfect. Thanks. This is Lucas's dad, and this is Tracy's husband, and this is Marcus's. There's Marcus over there. He's sitting on the bench there having a good time. And we'd like to wish you a happy birthday, Jan.
Yes, thank you, Sue.
Bowling on your birthday.
Yes.
So where's your wife? Where's Tracy, my buddy?
She's at a volleyball tournament in Sacramento with her JV team.
That is great. Now, what do you think about all this fun having here tonight? Everybody enjoying raising money for the kids?
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? They're really doing this. This is a surprise. But all these people are here having a good time on your behalf because it's your birthday.
Yes. I would have a good time if you sing me a birthday song, Sue.
All right, you want me to sing you a birthday song? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jim. Happy birthday to you. Thanks, Jim. With me again is Bill Wallace with PG&E, and let's give an update on what's going on as far as the Wheel of Fortune.
As far as the Wheel of Fortune, we're about 3/4 of the way through the teams, and so far the biggest winner has been Albertsons. They won $25.
Oh, good.
So,
now, what will happen to this money?
The money goes into their pot, their earnings, to give away to their charities.
Okay, and again, all these different teams here have a charity of their choice.
Yes, they do. Yeah, and this is money from the Rotary Club from this event that we're putting into their pot.
This is great. This is how different people get together and raise money for kids.
You bet. It's just fantastic. Yes, it is.
And look at this crowd. Everybody's having a good time.
Yeah.
And, you know, we've got some top bowler here. I guess some young gal, a 206 or something. Let's find out, meet her, and find out how she got to get such a high score. Come on, Tom. All right, thanks. Woo! Congratulations. You're one of the top bowlers here. What's your name?
Shelly Strickland.
Shelly, you are doing fabulous. So what's your score? Well, whatever. Are you on a league or anything? Or?
Yeah, I'm on the Youth Bowling Association on Saturdays.
And you are bowling for what team right now?
Quarterback Club.
Quarterback Club, perfect. This gal is one of the highest bowlers here today. And congratulations, that was a great strike. Was that a spare or a strike?
Strike.
Perfect. Good to meet you, thanks. You're looking at Dave Richards. He is bowling, and sitting with me is Sue Richards. Sue, nice to see you out here. You cheering your husband on?
Absolutely.
Okay, does he bowl often?
Yes, he does.
Is he on a league or a team?
Yes, he is, on Tuesday nights.
Tuesday nights. So bowling's a part of his life,
right.
His activities,
correct.
Besides being in the society.
Right, he's a Mason.
He's also a Mason?
He's bowling for the Masons tonight.
Oh, that's great. All right, so hey, we've got some pretty good bowlers
Yes,
here.
we do.
That young gal, some 206 or something?
Absolutely. She bowls a lot.
Does she go to your school?
Yes, she does. She's a 7th grader.
7th grader at Jackson Junior High. And this is the principal, Sue Richards. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Many of you know Stan Lukowitz. He is a member of Rotary, and this lady, Ellie, right? You work with him. He has that Trader Stan's down on Main Street in Jackson.
Yes.
Now, what is your role here with the bowl-a-thon?
Well, we're now going through the pledge sheets to see how well we're coming along with the collections, and we're hoping for a lot more to come in, but we're getting close to meeting our goals, so.
Perfect. Okay, this is wonderful, raising money for the youth in the community. Say hello to Stan from Susie and Tom Slivick, and we're looking forward. They are going to be running a commercial and showing off that wonderful store of yours over there on
Main Street.
Main Street in Jackson. Stan Lukowitz, and doing good things here in the community. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good. This is George Swift, and he is with the ATI team, and they are raising money for the youth bowling team. Good to see you.
Yeah, so glad you're here.
Thank you. You're pretty involved with the bowling alley.
Well, it's our family operation, so.
Exactly. Your brother's here, your wife's here.
Mother's bowling and.
Oh, I didn't see Margaret. There's Margaret Swift. Well, I didn't even see Margaret. There she is. Excuse me, I'm going to say hello to Mom. Margaret, nice to see you.
See the mother-son combination on your
son? Yeah. You feel pretty comfortable right here at Gold Country Lanes, don't you?
Well, at home, yes.
Definitely at home. This is great. You're raising money for, and she got a strike for the youth bowling team, and this is part of the youth bowling team. I'm losing my voice. What is your name?
Robin Strickland.
Now, was that your sister?
Yes.
You guys are like pros. Is this
not quite.
Is this like something that your family has taught you?
Family bowls, yeah.
Tell me about that.
It's my parents bowl on a league on Wednesdays, and me and my sister bowl on Saturdays and go to tournaments.
Okay. Are you looking for this like as a future endeavor?
I'm trying to get scholarships for college, and I want to go to Davis and bowl on the scholarship team.
There's a team at Davis?
Yes.
I
Yes.
didn't know that. Well, you learn something every day. Again, ATI is raising money for the youth bowling team right here, and you've got some pretty outstanding kids on
this. This young lady, she's probably real modest. She won't tell you. She was in they bowled in a tournament last weekend in Dublin, and they had no scratch division for girls, so she got to bowl in the boys division, and she finished third. She beat a lot of hotshot boys. So.
Very good. Congratulations. This is what it's all about, helping and supporting the youth of the community. Good job, and lots of luck. Thank you.
You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN, and now back to Amador This Week.
This is a fun team. This is the Prospect Motors team raising money for, I don't know, do you know what your charity is?
4-H.
4-H. This is Linda. This is Bob. Good to see you two. How are you doing?
Oh, not too bad.
So how's the video business?
Pretty good.
Are you still doing weddings?
Uh-huh. Yep.
Okay. If you need a good videographer for a wedding, this is the guy, Bob. What can we give a plug for you? Give a phone number if you'd like.
223-2219, Blazing Suspenders.
Suspenders Video, they do great weddings. And Linda, you having fun? Are you bowling too?
Oh, naturally.
Are you guys in a league? Do you do this at other times, or is this like a once a year kind of helping out?
We're also in a league. Yeah.
What night do you bowl?
Tuesday nights.
A lot of people in Amador County bowl.
Oh, yeah, this is great. Really great. There are a lot of people out here.
Now,
Summer and winter both.
I want to say hello to Bucky and Barb because they love bowling. Do you know my brother-in-law, Buck Jump?
No, I don't.
Okay, well, they are avid bowlers. They love to have a good time, and they would be here tonight if they could. Good to see you, Bob. Good to see you, Linda, from Prospect Motors. Good to see you, Linda, from Prospect Motors. Good to see you, Linda, from Prospect Motors. Did you do that on purpose? You did not. Yes, I did. This is Keith Sweet again. He's the chairman of this event. You own the Gatehouse Inn. You're involved in the community. What would you like to say about this outstanding event? It is certainly a success.
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank you for coming and covering it. And I'd like to also thank, if I may, the sponsors that we've had for 4 years in a row. We've collected probably 20,000 in sponsors. And, oh, by the way, I've got the early tally. And the early tally is we're probably going to raise about $14,000 to put back into the community this year. So we're really happy about that. But anyway, I'd like to let you know that Spinco, Bank of Amador, Prospect Motors, Motherlode Real Investors, Amador Title, DNR Electric, Tom Sierra Oil, Amador RV, ATI, thank you, Golden Gems in Sutter Creek, and Georgia Pacific have sponsored us for 4 years in a row, and we look forward to continued sponsorship next year.
And I'd like to say one thing. You know, you hear those names time and time again at almost every event, and it's up to the community to go and thank those major sponsors because they're the ones that they're there for your kids and all the activities in the community, and they're the ones that make this community a wonderful place to live.
Well, that's why we put it on the back of the T-shirts, and we've got about 200 T-shirts floating around every year with the sponsors on, and hopefully that'll help them do something.
Okay, and again, business people getting together to raise money for the youth. This is the Jackson Rotary's 4th annual Bowl-a-thon. Thank you again, and thank you everybody for contributing to this great cause. We'll see you next time. Thank you.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate it.
This local television coverage of the 4th annual Jackson Rotary Bowl-a-thon has been proudly watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN, and now back to Amador This Week.
It's here on Amador This Week.
Sir.
I'm from the local air pollution control district. How are you today? We've received some complaints from some of your neighbors that you've been burning on a no-burn day, and it looks like you're ready to start to burn today again.
What do you mean, burning on a no-burn day? I don't know what a no-burn day is, and today looks like a great day to burn. Nobody else is burning in my neighborhood. I don't see any smoke or even any clouds in the sky.
It does look like a good day to burn. However, experts down at the State of California Air Resources Board make a determination each and every day based upon weather data and information that they have.
So it's kind of like they base their information on burn day and no burn day on the same information that the TV weather guy uses from the U.S. Weather Service, I guess it is.
That's exactly correct. Based upon that information, they inform each and every district whether or not they can burn in that specific area.
Well, I'd sure like to be able to see how they make that decision for myself sometime. It means a lot more if you can actually see it than to just hear about it.
People are curious about how we make the agricultural burn decisions for different air basins in the state. But first, let's think about the burning that happens once those decisions are made. If conditions are ideal, the smoke will rise in a column and dissipate in the atmosphere. If there's too much wind, as the smoke rises, it may be blown across the horizon and affect your neighbors. On the other hand, if there's not enough wind, the smoke will pool or puddle in one area and cause high concentrations. With that in mind, we want to identify some key contours in the atmosphere that will help us in determining if the smoke will rise and how it will be affected by the wind. To do that, we use some charts from the National Weather Service that have contours that are similar to those on a forest contour map. As we look at California, we can see what kind of conditions we'll expect tomorrow. The values of these contours will change from day to day, and we'll be looking at the terrain of each air basin as well as these specific values when we make decisions for the different air basins. For the mountain counties, we realize that there are valleys that will have transport down toward the Central Valley during the nighttime, and if burning lasts through the course of the day, the smoke travel will be very different once the cooling of evening arrives. But that's basically what we're doing. We're consulting charts prepared by the National Weather Service each afternoon, thinking about the specific decisions for each air basin, how they're affected by terrain, and how that will affect the smoke from your burning to keep it away from your neighbors. Thanks.
Since we're on the subject of burning, I noticed you have what we consider to be a lot of illegal materials in your pile. You have plastic, you have aluminum. It looks as though you weren't very successful on your gold panning efforts. You have a paint can, you have tires, treated lumber. All of these materials, if burned, can release a lot of toxic and noxious gases.
Everybody in my neighborhood burns materials like this, and I've always burned material like that. I don't understand what the problem is.
Well, according to the district rules and regulations, all of these types of materials are illegal to burn. And the reason being is that they give off toxic gases that can harm your health. It can also create a nuisance condition for your neighbors when they smell it or actually see it coming into their neighborhood or houses.
So when they call and complain about my fire, what they're smelling is the odors from some of these materials that need to be taken out of here? Is that what you're saying?
That's absolutely correct. In addition to creating a nuisance, smoke can really be a hazard to your health.
Our lungs are a wonderful organ. They breathe in oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide. When we breathe air that is unclean because of smoke from burn piles, it sets up a chain reaction in our body. That chain reaction can be death for some people who have asthma, chronic bronchitis, or emphysema. Those people have hyperactive airways. When that smoke hits their airways, it causes smooth muscles to tighten. The nerves stimulate these muscles, and they also stimulate cells to secrete more fluid. That fluid is to try to protect the lining of your lungs. When that fluid clogs your airways, it makes that patient feel even more short of breath. That shortness of breath frightens them and sets up a further chain reaction, which sometimes shuts their breathing down so strong that they need to be placed on life support machines. When we breathe smoke that also has prohibitive materials in it that are burned and emit cancer-causing agents, it can affect even further parts of our body. Whatever we breathe crosses through our lungs and into the bloodstream and travels to every cell in our body. We can't quantify exactly how much harm that does. We don't know that yet, but we do know that it is cancer causing, and in the long run, over years of breathing this smoke, could cause some very serious problems to our body. So when you burn, please be aware of your health and the health of others.